that it was at TwitchCon. That's
it was
enough.
at TwitchCon, which is huge. And then, well, because I guess why not? Because Melee is probably, and I don't know what the biggest tournament, not just in one go, but like the biggest like kind of crowd drawer for tournaments for what game would be on Twitch. Like, does Melee draw the most tournament goers?
No.
Does the International draw the most tournament goers?
It'll be
does League do it?
League or Dota, MOBAs. We'll worry about that later. We got to worry about those.
We got to worry about the match. Because we got MisterMango. We got Jim.
MisterMango. Oh, man. You know the one thing I'm liking about MisterMango right now? Even though this is not the real Mango, this is not the real Mango trying to play Isaac. Because Mango's pretty bad at Isaac.
Yeah.
But we're not worried about that. The thing that really interests me is BlueJim playing some Fox. Seeing where he can get with his Fox. Trying to see if he can get his hands warm. Yes, flubs here and there, but
I mean, they're both on their first stock, so it's like, you know, the match just started. They're just kind of seeing what'll happen. Because he doesn't really, kind of the reads that he wants to pull, some of the stuff he wants to figure out, like, okay, what is he actually gonna try and do, like getting spot dodges and stuff right next to each other like that. They're both just trying to see, is he gonna go as aggressive? Is he gonna try and do something? Can I punish him?
And then another thing to think about, one of the bigger things that we haven't said yet, is this is a new set of pools, so they might not be entirely warm. We saw BlueJim sitting down playing.
This is a new setup.
We saw BlueJim sitting down playing for a while, but how much did he really get out of his hand warmers, if you will?
Yeah, and then let alone that, or MisterMango, I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he came down and played some friendlies earlier in the day at like 10. But nowadays, or not nowadays, at 5 o'clock, that's like what, 7 hours later?
Oh, yeah.
So like, okay, I've got pools for Wii U Smash before Melee, so I'll go play my Wii U friendlies, get warmed up for that, see how I do, and then I'll worry about doing friendlies and stuff for Melee, and now it's Melee time. But they're both looking okay. If anything, compared to the matches we were watching at like the end of the last pool, because, you know, as the pools go on, the quality of the matches keeps just going up. But they're both looking a little stiff. Jim seems to looks like he's kind of finding a little bit of a rhythm, but stiff nonetheless.
Hey, he's looking okay, going off of what you're saying. MisterMango's missing a lot of basic execution scenarios, protocols, as you want to say. He's missing some he's missing the L cancels. He's missing his dashes here and there.
Yeah.
So, like, just the base things you need to function in the game are really hindering him in this, let alone just playing BlueJim himself. So I can almost go as far as saying MisterMango's kind of struggling in the PvE of the game.
Well. Yeah.
And that's the kind of thing that really holds a lot of people back in this game. Is just, can you function fluidly in this game by itself? Just so you can play the player.
Like, for just grinding and stuff in general, which is still my problem, is just getting short hopping, L cancel, wave dash. I literally, when I do grind, I don't do anything else. I just practice short hopping, I practice wave dashing, and I practice L canceling. And that's it. Because I don't have that, the raw technical, like not even like, okay, teching stuff, but just the base things you need to play this game.
Now, I made that face because while you were talking about that, MisterMango came down and he did the smoothest wave land ever. And I'm like, did he mean? There's no way he meant to do that. Like, he might have, but I can't buy that.
I mean, sometimes you just get it right.
I can't buy that based off of what we're seeing out of him. No, really, because, I mean, as a Marth player, like, he's looked for a lot of grabs. That's player preference. I haven't seen him go for a single JC grab. Again, with the L cancels, some of the L cancels have not been there. He's struggled to get out of field. So to see something like a perfect wave land, it was like, it's just kind of mind blowing for a second.
It's like, did he just hand the controller off? But yeah, I don't want to discount him too much because that's not what we're here for.
No,
we're not here to do that. But
not entirely. I say not entirely because no, like when some people go back and look at stuff like this, they do like to hear some of the things that
they're doing wrong because otherwise they can't improve. It's constructive criticism.
And some people who watch stuff like this, they like to hear about stuff like this too, like some of the things that aren't working. So they have things that they can think about in their own game, or things that they can look for when they play against somebody else. So
yeah, I mean it's the way to learn.
Mm-hmm. It's a problem when it's the only thing that's talked about, because I mean he had a good look on the Forest Master.
He's just a little too early.
Yeah, but it's not that you want to completely avoid it altogether.
Okay, that was a pretty cool counter.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he sweet spotted the edge, it would have been bad, but he did get it, so it works out. And like, plus, just taking a stock, because I have a feeling, judging from the fact that he's spending more time in that green bubble at the top of the stage, that he was gonna lose this one. But taking a stock, okay, just kind of